You know, there's no better time than to spend time with animals and family. So today we're gonna spend some time with some of our favorite animals here and my son Noah, kind of teaching him a few things too. So we're gonna try to get Ivy out. He's getting Ariana. This is not gonna help at all. Wrong anaconda. You know which one Ivy is, right?
Oh, this is an Ivy.
Now we got her coming. All right, girl. Of course, Ivy is always amazing. And you guys know that when I was going through like anxiety and different things like that, I spent a lot of time with Ivy because she's just such an incredible animal. She is definitely getting big and she is heavy. On the ground, girl. Okay, here we go.
Ariana.
Ariana. Ivy, come on, girl.
Oh, she's got both my arms together.
Oh, she's coming back in too.
Okay, I'm coming. So many condoms. Ariana anaconda. Okay.
Oh, jeez. Did you just see what she just did?
Is that mozzarella?
Oh!
She's squirting, Dad.
Don't ever squirt on me.
Oh my gosh. Get her on the ground.
Okay, well, I'm scared to touch that little squirty hole.
Oh my god, we gotta clean
One
this
second,
up now.
she's doing a little squirty.
We gotta get her on the ground quick and then we gotta clean that up.
God, she's so dang strong. Don't go through it now.
On the ground.
Oh, Dad, that was pretty easy.
Oh!
What, it's on me?
It's on her.
That's better than me. Don't let her go back there.
Ooh! The smell-o-vision is good, huh?
Oh, smells like garlic.
Oh yeah, you got the smell. Oh my gosh, look at this case. So, spending time with Ivy is usually really enjoyable. Today, not so much.
It's stinky, Dad.
Oh my god, she's so stinky.
Why do you have this snake?
She normally doesn't do this, but of course I still love my anaconda, but we gotta clean this cage up.
If you're ever trying to educate, just say enrichment, big words a lot.
If you say them right and you don't mess them up, you sound really smart.
Exactly, you sound really smart. Vascular system in the musculature, artery, deep vein thrombosis. All right, stinky girl.
God, she smells so bad.
Now I'm really gonna need a shower. Gabby's trying to give me a shower this morning. Now I don't have an excuse. Look at them. They're kissing. Look at they love each other. That's so cute. Dad!
I gotta get the hose now because it's stinky and nasty. So yeah, starting the day out with Ivy maybe wasn't the best decision.
Did you know that anacondas are iridescent too?
Where do they come from?
South America.
That's right,
Like
the
J-Lo.
Amazon. The Amazon, that's correct. And they call these guys water boas down there because they're in the boa family and they stay in the water almost all the time. You can hang out with her as much as you want. I've got to get a hose because it's stinky and the whole place is gonna smell like pee.
Getting wrapped up, dude.
So I need a squirty. Is this good? Oh my god. Tuck the chin. It's hard to get choked out if you tuck the chin. Alright, Dad. I got some stuff.
Looks like you're getting choked out.
I'm tucking my chin. I'm fine.
Oh my God.
I got it. You got it? I got it. Smells like...
A belly button.
Smells like... No, not a belly button. Let me get a good whiff of it. It smells like... It's so familiar. But I can't put a finger on it. So they call these water boas in South America. They're like boas that go in the water. I've known that for a while.
And they call these guys water boas down there.
Sometimes there's a price to pay to work with such amazing animals. So, oh, even that looks terrible. Oh.
What happened? Oh, she urated on the wall. Yep, a little more to work. She really exploded.
She did. I'm trying to think if I should just suck all that up. Definitely another one of my go-to animals when I want to just hang out. And I know, Noah, you love monitors, right? Is that like your favorite?
Yeah, because they're more dinosaur. What? That scared me. They are a dinosaur.
I mean, you would think that this is what dinosaurs would look like, just a lot bigger.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, you get into Komodo dragons, which is really similar to where these guys are from, the same area, Indonesia. Komodos are from the Flores Islands. The absolute intelligence of these guys are incredible. They're next level. I mean, it's cool to have a pet like this, you know, just a big pet giant lizard.
Remind me more of an actual pet, like a dog. I can relate them more to house pets.
They interact with you more and stuff like that. I mean, you can see how he's just like, what's good, Dad? What's going on? You know, when I was in Indonesia once, I told you a story, right, about chasing these guys around on a golf course. There's actually a little patch of woods on a golf course, right outside of Jakarta. There was about a dozen of these just running around this patch of woods.
His size?
His size, yeah.
Oh
And
my.
we chased them around for like 3 hours.
You catch any of them?
We never even touched one.
Not even close?
Well, we came close, but never even touched one. I mean, they would just run out of the way. They would hide just under a tree, just to where you couldn't touch them. I mean, it was so amazing how smart they were. Plus, they were just so agile. They'd just climb up a wall. They'd climb up trees. They would just run. They're pretty amazing animals, you know?
Absolutely. Dad!
Come on, Brillo. Brillo. What's going on, buddy? Obviously, Noah's been around animals his whole life, obviously raised up around them. You know, really, I've never pushed my kids to be like animal people unless they've wanted to. I think it's only been over the last few years that you've kind of taken more of an interest in them.
Yeah, I mean, well, I got out of school, and that helped it a lot. Probably would have loved to be like homeschooled maybe, and
Raised by animals.
yeah, that might have been cool.
Brillo is amazing. He's such a cool animal. Can you dance for me, buddy? Dancy, 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 dancy. Come on.
Look at that.
That's a good boy, Brillo.
Brillo the Dancing Dillo.
Again, there's Central Americans, there's American, you know, North Americans, and then South Americans. This is a South American version of an armadillo called the six-banded armadillo. I've told you guys that before. And you know, these guys don't have good eyesight at all, but they have really good sense of smell. And these little hairs on them there, actually, they use them almost like whiskers of cat, where they actually can feel when they're going underneath them. And of course, they can feel that shell really good. And now Brillo just wants to go back. Goodbye, Brillo.
He'll come back out.
All right, Noah, you can get out Freya.
Freya, ooh. You know, this is a big gator. Oh, whoa. Oh, Nelly. There we go. Calm down.
Do you remember when Salt was this big? Do you remember or no?
Not really, no. I think I was still a little, like, not in the picture.
Obviously, it's going to be cool to raise Freya to the size of Salt and Pepper over the next few years. Definitely doesn't have the mentality that Salt had. She's always got her mouth open just a little bit.
Yeah.
She's a little bit more wiggly. Hopefully with time, just, you know, handling and stuff like that, she'll actually calm down.
So
and
how would you, calm, spirit of calm. Dad, take over.
So it's just basically always about like trying to get them comfortable. Like what I do is I always just let her kind of crawl through my hands as opposed to like restraining her. And then a lot of times what happens is that once she kind of calms down, like as you're going, I always call this running the animal, where you just kind of run it through your hands. She'll eventually calm down and then you can go like that. And then you don't have to hold her at all. You know, she's just kind of hanging on. Watch what happens is like once I actually put pressure, see how she starts to freak out again. So if I just let her run through again, I'll just keep running her through, and then eventually she'll kind of calm down and she'll just sit still like that, and you can just sit it right on your hand like that.
Wow. So I remember when she was a little baby.
I know, she was so small, right?
Yeah, and I kind of miss it because now it's a lot harder to get out.
Of course, Sunrise is another animal that I absolutely love and I want to spend time with whenever I just want that chill moment with an animal. You guys that have been watching for a long time might remember Sunshine, who I had for a long time, but she passed away. And then we ended up getting Sunrise a couple years later as a baby. And this is about how big Sunshine was, maybe a little bit smaller. I think Sunrise might actually be a little bit bigger. This all wouldn't be here if it wasn't for albino Burmese pythons.
Right, because that was the first expensive snake.
The first expensive snake not only I bought, but that I produced to start making money to actually working with reptiles. If it wasn't for albino Burms,
there would be nothing.
There'd be no Reptarium. That's crazy, isn't it? But I mean, they're just such chill animals. They're cool to hang out with. They don't move around quick like retics. I don't know. Again, if you ever want like that chill animal that you want to just watch TV with on the couch or something like that, Burmese pythons are definitely your animal.
He's hungry, Dad. Hungry. What do I do? How do I not get bit?
So it's always going to be interesting, right? Yeah, because snakes don't typically strike down. So if you go like this and kind of just go like that, see how it immediately was like, is it food? And I kept my hand out of the kind of way of its mouth. Yeah, that's the big thing. And then once it realizes you're not food, then you're okay. So of course, Bugatti, the Boland's python. This is one of those animals, Noah, that like I dreamt about for probably 15 years of my life before we ended up getting him, maybe 20 years. Way back in the day, Tracy Barker, who was actually Tracy Miller at the time, brought in a wild-caught female that laid eggs from Papua New Guinea, and it was the very first Boland's pythons that were ever produced in captivity in the United States. And ever since that day, you know, I've just been obsessed with them. And like I said, that's probably actually been like 25 years ago, so that's a long time ago. And it's just cool that we finally have one. Bugatti is cool, but it's going to get a lot bigger too, probably twice the size that it is now.
So what did you see in it that made you want it so bad?
Well, look at how beautiful that black, it's got that iridescence like no other snake, like way different iridescence than, let's say, Night Fury or anything like that. And then it's got those really cool head pattern. I mean, look at the head pattern on that. Those big, giant head plates. I mean, that's the type of stuff that I love.
I love the stripes on it, little tiger stripe, big head plate, like a king cobra.
Oh, yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I was just in the middle of
This is how you do it? Am I doing it? Everyone's leaving me. Oh wow, it's a lot more exaggerated than I thought. Look at the front of the body, right? You got all this white, the belly scales, and on the side, right? And as it comes down, look at where it gets to. It gets to solid black, iridescent. Even on the belly scales, there's no...
I never even noticed that.
There may be like a little like freckling here and there. And so that's interesting. I wonder what they use it for. I need your analysis. What do you think they use that for in the wild?
That's a good question. You know, I'm assuming that it's probably has something to do with the fact that, you know, from beneath, if they're in the canopy, that they can't be seen as much. They blend into the leaves and the trees, that where if they were black, they would stand out more. But then the black on top, because these guys are from the cloud forest, actually absorbs the sun, which gives them thermal regulation so that they can heat up. But if their bottom was black, they would probably be able to be seen from the ground a lot more. So that's most likely what that's for. It's much like a cheetah, right? When you see a cheetah, you don't think that it could blend into the grass.
But it does.
But it does, yeah. So it's probably the way nature protects this animal in the wild. This one was a big one for me. This is actually a Centralian blue-tongued skink. I love blue-tongued skinks, but this is a really special one. Now I want to say, what do you think the technical name is or scientific name is?
Potamus maximus tiny legus.
Okay, so say after me. This is a Talinqua
Talinqua.
skinkoides
Skinkoides.
multifasciata.
Multifasciata.
All right, so
wait,
it's a
Talinqua.
Talinqua.
Taliqua.
Talinqua.
Like Aquafina. Taliqua.
Skinkoides
Skinkoides.
multifasciata. So
Multifasciata.
these are from Central Australia, and there's only a handful of these in the entire country. That's what makes potatoes so absolutely special.
Oh wow, I'm getting blessed with the opportunity to hold them.
And you've held potato before. Don't act like you haven't held.
So what's the last one? Multifasciata?
Multifasciata.
Multifasciata. There are more than just one multifasciata, right?
Well,
'Cause I
different.
heard Kevin from Nerd.
different. Yeah, there's different animals that have multifasciata, but this is the only skink. It's like a boega that has a multifasciata. There's a handful of other ones.
Is it just
Well,
a
it's just-
locality?
No, I don't really know where multifasciata comes from. Just happens to be the technical name for this particular guy, but
It has to mean something.
it does. So if you guys know, down in the comments, I would like you to tell me. What are you doing now?
It's arch nemesis.
Tabasco. Now that's an animal right there.
I'm here. I'm keeping my distance.
You gotta come over and see. Come on, you little pumpkin. Come here. Up you go. Ooh, he's got some sharp nails. He's got some sharp nails. Oh, so of course he's a green iguana. Iguana. There you go, buddy. And that's the thing that's amazing about these guys is that they get a little bit defensive. Look at that shed coming off right there. Ooh, that big old thing. That's amazing. Here's another one for you.
Look, Dad, I'm a cyborg.
Of course, this is the guy that gave me stitches for the very first time in my whole career, but look at how amazing he is. I mean, he's such a good animal, and they're beautiful. Of course, they're normally green, but this is what they call a red phase. This is just a normal iguana. It just happens to come out with a lot of what they call a iridophore, which is the red pigment, making it red instead of green.
Yeah. He's not happy.
Go ahead, give him a pet. Go ahead.
Look at that mouth. What do
Give
you
him
mean?
a pet. Look at him.
What do you mean? I'll pet his booty.
No, he likes his pet up right by his head.
Yeah, right by them big teeth that mess your arm up. Ready for some honey ice?
Good room. I love this room so much. I mean, obviously this has got all our geckos in it. Jessica's little private lair. Got the lychee geckos. What's your favorite one in here, Noah?
I'll show you.
Of course, we've got a whole bunch of lychee geckos. Been producing a bunch of them, which is pretty cool. Matter of fact, for the very first time, we're actually selling a couple. We've been keeping them all, so they're on the website now, which is pretty awesome. But what do you got?
No, come back. See, I like this one because I'm a very like black and gray fan. Like I love those like colors, and this has like a granity, black, gray, white. I just love the contrast of it.
Yeah.
I think that the red ones are really like amazing, but if we're talking like personal preference,
Yeah.
I like just the simplicity and the beauty that this one is.
I don't blame you, man. It almost looks like it's like silvery axanthic or something like that. Of course, it's a gargoyle gecko, which is again just another relative of the lychee gecko. All rhacodactylus, of course. Absolutely amazing. Pretty cool. We actually have a group together, 2 females and a male. The male is a lily white, incomplete dominant mutation. It's that really white looking one right there. And then these are his girls here. We've never produced lily whites before, but that'd be super cool. The Europlades
So cool.
lineatus.
So cool.
I
Look
know,
at the
look.
long legs on them. It's kind of like a stick bug, but in a gecko form. It's really amazing.
These are the only animals in this room, besides the Chinese cave geckos, that are from actually Madagascar instead of New Caledonia. We do have a couple animals in here that aren't from New Caledonia, but most of the animals here are from New Caledonia for sure. But just look at it. It's so alien-like, right?
And then you see its tongue is black.
I know, it's bizarre, right? So I can't think of a better way to spend my day than with my son and a bunch of animals. It definitely makes my day better, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, there's a playlist that you can watch all kinds of videos. You can also hit that subscription button. It would mean a lot to me. Also, hit that like button while you're down there. Have a wonderful day, Reptile Army. Remember,
You catch any of them?
we never even touched one.